welcome to Stop Second Guessing Yourself and Get Answers Now. We'll be talking about how to do that with your body to get yes and no answers. Just gonna wait a minute. So how is everybody doing today? Hello, thank you for coming. I hope your day is good. You've had a good week. I'm just getting over this slight head cold, so it's been fun. So thank you so much for coming to Stop Second Guessing Yourself Now. Get answers right away, right? Get your answers now. And what I'm talking about is muscle testing, applied kinesiology. This is super easy. It's been around for centuries. If you've ever had, I'm sure you have, like a question of, should I eat this? Should I go to this activity today? I just really don't know. And sometimes maybe you feel like your intuition's a little clouded because of your emotions. And you're like, I don't really know how to make this, make this decision. That's when you would use muscle testing. I love it. You can use it for yourself and you can use it for your kids. So what exactly is applied kinesiology? So it's using your subconscious, it's using your body, it's tapping also into your higher self and like your biofield around you. They use it in a lot of different modalities. I've seen it used in chiropractic, nutrition, NAET, emotion code. There's so many different modalities out there that uses muscle testing. So there's a lot of different ways to muscle test, and I'm going to show you those. So first of all, what I like to do before I even muscle test is I want to make sure I'm grounded. So you imagine that tube of light from your waist going all the way down into the middle of the earth. And then also imagine putting a cord out of your head to your higher self. If you don't really believe in that, maybe the universe or a higher power or just something bigger than yourself. But the intention there is to get those two energies kind of running through your body. What I've found is if I don't do that, my muscle testing isn't accurate. It's more of what I want it to say, right? So the first way to muscle test is you take your finger and you make a ring and you make it really, really strong. And then you're going to use your other finger. It depends on if you're left-handed or right-handed. You might want to experiment with what works for you. I use my left hand for my ring. I'm right-handed. And then I use this as the indicator. So I would start out with something I know, right? So I'd be like, my name is Regina. And I try to break that with my finger. And it's really, really strong. And then I'll pick a name that isn't mine. My name is Henry. And it goes right through it. There's also another ring one where you, instead of the finger going like this, you just make this a ring and you do it again. My name is Regina, very strong. My name is Henry. And this one, let's go. So you can experiment. Maybe you like your middle finger or your ring finger or your pinky. Try different fingers. The traditional way you might have seen muscle testing is with an arm movement. Let me see if I can step back far enough. So it would be like somebody puts their arm out and another person would try to push on it. So if it was a strong yes, you wouldn't be able to resist the push. But if it was a no, somebody could just push your arm right down. And that's a great one to use with other people or with your kids. If you're like, hey, I like showing my kids sometimes the food they want to eat. And I'm like, let me show you what your body thinks about this food. I'll be like, okay, hold this cookie, right? And I'll show them how weak they are holding a cookie. And then I'll be like, hold this apple. And then I'll show them, how strong their arm is when they're holding an apple. So that is probably the most traditional way you've seen muscle testing before. So there's another way to do it besides the fingers. You can do a scissor, either hand. I like to do it on my right hand because my right hand dominant. So it'd be really strong. You couldn't push it down. So this would be a yes and this would be a no. So you'd be like, my name's Regina. Yep. My name's Tom. No. So that's another way to do it. There's also a sticky, they call it the sticky and smooth. So you could do this finger, you could do this finger, whatever works for you. Like I said, this might take some time to just like experiment and see what kind of muscle testing works for you. But essentially, your yes would just keep rolling. So you'd be like, my name's Regina, yes. My name's Tom, and I can't move my finger. It's really weird, I know. So you do again, my name's Regina. My name's Henry. Sometimes it stops before I even do it. So that's another one to try out. There's also one with your body, which is yes and no in your body. And this one's easy as well. I use this one sometimes when I'm driving because I can't really use my fingers. So I want you just to imagine, if you want to do it with me, just imagine you are walking into a closet with yes clothes. Okay, you're going to have your yes shirt on, your yes pants or shorts or skirt or whatever, but all the things on you is saying yes. And I want you to feel what that feels like in your body. What is a yes? Is it tingly? Is it bright? Maybe you just feel it on one side of your body. And just paying attention, yes, yes, yes. And think, yes, 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 yes. Okay. So now I want you to just kind of imagine going neutral. Okay, your clothes aren't yes or no, they're just neutral. Give your body a second to feel that, okay? And then we're going to do it with the no. So imagine going into the closet and putting no clothes on. No shirt. That sounds funny. A shirt that feels like no. Pants that feel like no. All of it. And now what does no feel like in your body? For me, I feel yes on one side of my body and I feel no on the other side of my body. You could even tell your body what you do want to feel. You can say, hey, or maybe you don't really feel it enough. Just ask your body, turn it up. I want to turn it up. I want to feel this more in my body. And then I've also done it where I've programmed myself to be like, I want one side yes and one side no. This is the side I feel yes, 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 yes. This side I feel no, 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 no. Okay. There's also one called the stand and sway. And so, and then set yourself back to neutral after the no. And then I guess you try it, okay? You try, ask a question, like your name. So state your name, and then see where it makes a yes in your body. And now state another name that's not yours, and see where you feel the no in your body. So that's something that like taps into your intuition, your subconscious, your higher self, and helps you make decisions. I actually muscle test quite a lot. I'm going to do one more and then I'll go through the troubleshooting. Like if you're having trouble and it's not working, don't worry. It takes practice. So the last one is a sway. They call it a stand and sway. So you move forward for yes, and then you move back for no. And this one you might want to do with a chair nearby or a wall or something, so you don't fall over. So I would just make sure my feet are flat on the ground and I'd say, my name's Regina and I feel okay. Is my name Tom? Mine's a little slower going back, but it works. So troubleshooting, if you find that like the fingers aren't doing anything, you're getting yes for every single question, or you're not feeling it in your body, first of all, you need to make sure you're hydrated. If you don't have enough water, like the signals don't travel right through the body. Another thing is, like I said at the beginning, I make sure I'm grounded and that I'm connected to my higher self or a higher power. For me, I have found that increases the accuracy, because if I don't, like I said, something that, especially if it's like a question I'm emotionally invested in, so like if I really want a yes answer, if I'm not connected, I'm going to get the yes answer. And so sometimes even in that case, I'll make sure I'm grounded, connect, and then I'll ask a couple times to just make sure. It's like, okay, I know I wanted a yes and you gave me a yes. Let's double check this. So people use the like muscle testing. You can muscle test for like food, like is it, or vitamins, you know, maybe you're like, I don't know if I should take these certain vitamins today or if I should do them every other day. You can muscle test for that. You can muscle test, you know, people even use muscle testing for like chakras and energy fields and stuff. Like, are my chakras blocked? Is this one blocked? Does my aura have this going on? Even activities, right? Like, so maybe you got invited somewhere and you're like, well, I don't really know if I should say yes because I kind of feel like we have another thing going on the next day and I don't know if we're going to be too tired. That's something you can muscle test for and be like, is it in the highest and best good that we go to dinner on Friday night with so-and-so, and then muscle test and see. Sometimes you'll get answers that like maybe you don't want to hear, but that's part of like anything with intuition is when you receive messages, they're not always going to be what you want, and it's also about trusting. So it's really up to you if you decide if you really want to trust your muscle testing and follow it, or do your own thing. And maybe doing your own thing works because you'll get to see the contrast. Maybe you're like, wow, I muscle tested and it said no, and I did it anyway, and now I understand why. So it's your own experiment, which I think is the best way to learn. Besides the troubleshooting, so drinking water, make sure you're grounded. I've even read and heard some people say that if you face north, that'll help too, because it has to do with like the magnetic poles and everything. I've never had that problem, but try that out if you want. So applied kinesiology muscle testing is just a form of dowsing, informational dowsing. I don't know if you've ever heard of dowsing. Dowsing's like using a pendulum. You can use your necklace where it sways back and forth, like this is yes and side to side's no. People douse with those like little metal rods for water. So it's a whole thing. And it's all about, tapping into those larger energies, your subconscious, your higher self, the innate, and it's giving you answers that are correct, which is it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Another one I like to do is with kids for muscle testing is that body one, but also I like to have them imagine like an iPad or a tablet or something if they're like familiar with that. And then have it on the screen divided and one side say yes and one side say no. And then have them ask those questions in their mind's eye and say, is water good for me? And then if it's, see what side gets checked, or you could just do a big X or a big, green check for yes. So, like I said, muscle testing is great. I use muscle testing in my healing work. I use it on myself, especially if I feel like, do I have a chakra that's blocked? Do I have a belief? Do I have something like interfering with the way I feel right now? I use it to help myself be more consciously aware of what's going on in my life. So I encourage you to try this at home. Try the different muscle testings, the different fingers, see what works for you. Like I said, if you have trouble, make sure you've drank some water, that you're grounded and then connected to your higher self, the universe, or whatever you believe in, and then try it again. So my name's Regina. I'm a multidimensional healer, a spiritual life coach, and I help moms. I help moms increase their energy, their intuition, while healing self-doubt without reliving their past. So in my one-on-one coaching, we work on healing and resolving those blocks, which healing isn't such a scary word. It just means whole. Okay, it's not like reliving like this traumatic stuff. It's just letting go of what doesn't serve you anymore. What are your beliefs that are blocking you, your fears, all that. And when you let go of that stuck energy, you become a clearer channel for your intuition, for your connection, and you get more energy. You feel more connected, you feel happier. You're going to learn tools that make your days easier, less stress. make you feel like more in control of your life, and not just feel like the world is happening to you. I also do that multidimensional healing where I work with your higher self and your angels and guides, and we do chakras, auras, beliefs, past life stuff, and then also like specific techniques and processes that your higher self brings in that are the best for you. And so you'll also step away from the session having tools that your higher self says, hey, this would be really helpful for you right now in your life. I do R.T.T and hypnotherapy, which is rapid transformational therapy. That's more for like one specific thing. If you have a specific belief, a physical ailment, a PTSD, a trauma and anxiety, whatever it is. I mean, it's really endless what that stuff can work on. So you have one thing, and then we do a healing with your subconscious. Your subconscious leads us back to the root cause. We heal that root cause and any other things that are involved into that. And then you come out feeling amazing, actually. And then you listen to a recording for 21 days that really helps that subconscious make that new way of being familiar. So if you're interested in any of those or any things I do, or you have any questions about how to do this, muscle testing, or you did it and it didn't work right, comment below, DM me, message me, and I will reach out to you. I also have a link in my bio for my services. So take this, run with it. It is so much fun, and just make it fun and see how much you can use it in your own life. Thank you.